Have you ever felt like the noise of the world is suffocating you? Like every day is a battle to keep up with expectations, opinions, and endless distractions? Now imagine this. What if you could simply step away? Not out of fear, not because you're giving up, but because you're strategizing, because you're building something far greater in the shadows. This isn't about running from life, it's about mastering it, and no one understood this better than Thomas Shelby. Shelby, the enigmatic leader of the Peaky Blinders, didn't just disappear. He redefined the art of vanishing with purpose. His life teaches us one profound truth. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do is to walk away and come back unstoppable. In today's world, we're drowning in noise. Social media screams for your attention. Friends and family push their expectations onto you. Society tells you who you should be, how you should act, and even what you should dream of. But here's the truth no one talks about. If you're constantly in the spotlight, constantly trying to prove yourself to everyone, you'll never have the time or space to figure out who you truly are. Thomas Shelby knew this. He wasn't just a gangster or a businessman. He was a strategist. When the world closed in on him, when enemies were circling, and when the weight of his own mind became too much, Shelby didn't fight harder, he stepped back. He disappeared, not out of weakness, but as a calculated move to find clarity, to focus, and to come back stronger. Disappearing doesn't mean abandoning your life. It means hitting the reset button. When you walk away from the noise, something incredible happens. You strip away the unnecessary distractions. You silence the external voices telling you what you should do. And in that silence, you rediscover yourself. For Shelby, this meant time to think, to plan, to prepare. It wasn't about hiding, it was about transformation. Think about it. When a blade is forged, it doesn't stay in the fire forever. It's pulled out, cooled, and sharpened. That's what disappearing is, a cooling off period to sharpen your edge. One of Shelby's greatest strengths was his ability to observe. When he disappeared, he didn't just vanish into thin air. He watched, he learned, and he waited. He understood that life is a chess game, and every move needs to be calculated. Disappearing gave him the upper hand because while others were busy chasing fleeting victories, he was preparing for the ultimate win. Imagine if he did the same. Imagine stepping back, not out of fear, but to gain perspective. When you're not in the middle of the chaos, you can see things for what they truly are. You notice patterns, opportunities, and weaknesses in both yourself and your surroundings. And when the time is right, you return, not as the same person who left, but as someone transformed, someone unstoppable. There's a psychological power to disappearing. It forces others to notice your absence. People begin to wonder where you've gone, what you're up to, and why you're silent. In a world addicted to attention, your disappearance becomes a statement of power. You're no longer predictable, you're no longer easily controlled. Shelby mastered this psychological edge. His silence spoke louder than words. His absence was felt more deeply than his presence. And when he returned, he didn't just re-enter the scene, he dominated it. This is the mindset of someone who understands that disappearing isn't weakness, it's the ultimate strategy for gaining control over your life and the world around you. So how do you disappear with purpose? Let's break it down into 3 key steps, inspired by Thomas Shelby's mindset. Number 1, step back from the noise. Take a deliberate break from everything that overwhelms you. Social media, toxic relationships, endless distractions, cut them off. Shelby wasn't afraid to walk away, and neither should you. Number 2, invest in yourself. Use your time in the shadows wisely. Learn, grow, and transform. Read books, develop new skills, work on your mental and physical health. Remember, the purpose of disappearing isn't to escape, it's to evolve. Number 3, strategize your return. Don't come back until you're ready. Your return should be calculated and purposeful. When Shelby reappeared, he wasn't the same man who left. He was sharper, stronger, and more determined than ever. That's how you need to approach your comeback. When you re-enter the world, you'll notice something profound. You're no longer chasing validation because you've already proven your worth to the most important person, yourself. You'll find that people respect you more because you've shown them that you don't need their constant approval. Thomas Shelby didn't return to fit in, he returned to take over. He came back with a plan, a vision, and a level of focus that made him unstoppable. You can do the same. So why is disappearing so powerful? Because it allows you to step out of the chaos and into clarity. It gives you the chance to rebuild yourself in silence, away from judgment and distraction. And when you're ready, you don't just return, you rise. In the words of Thomas Shelby, you don't have to be like them, you don't even have to fight them, just be better. And sometimes, the only way to be better is to disappear, transform, and come back as someone they never saw coming. And here's a question for you. If you could disappear for 6 months, what would you change about yourself? Let me know in the comments, and let's start a conversation that inspires us all. Don't forget to hit that like button if this video inspired you, and subscribe for more content that helps you unlock your true potential.